Hey everyone, it's Liz. Today I'm coming at you with a project share. So I've been really busy at work, of course. You know, you guys don't even want to hear about it, but so I've been also busy in here trying to clean it up and trying to de-stash a few things because it's just getting crazy in my craft room. And I came across a couple of items that actually I've had forever. One of them was a heart palette that I had picked up at Target. Maybe 2 or 3 years ago. Maybe some of you guys remember it, but this is the tag here. It was in the dollar spot, and it basically is just an unfinished heart-shaped or wood heart-shaped palette. And I came across it, and I had forgotten all about it, and I decided that it would be a really fun project to do for Valentine's Day, and also to use my Maggie Holmes Carousel paper collection that I had also purchased back, around Christmas time. Just didn't get a chance to use it. But so these are some of the things that I used. I'm going to share them with you really quick, and then I'll move on to the project. So of course it's the Maggie Holmes Carousel collection, which is so pretty. I just love this collection. When I first saw it on the blog, that it was like a sneak peek, I knew I had to have it, so I definitely purchased it as soon as it came out. And this was a few months ago. It's really pretty. I'm sure you guys have already seen it, so I won't do like a whole flip through or anything. Just really quick, these are some of the pages. Really fun, very bright, festive colors, and it's just really fun. I love the whole carousel theme, merry-go-round and stuff. I absolutely love the fact that it has pinks and those pretty teal colors, and of course a touch of black. I think the black really makes this collection pop. That's what I liked about it. And so I used, some of the papers from the collection, of course. I used a few of the stickers from the chipboard sticker collection. I used the swan and this little banner right here, and I'm sorry about the glare, but as you can see, the collection is really pretty. It's really fun. So I used a couple pieces from that, and then I also used some of the ephemera pieces. I keep them in these little containers just so I can keep the collections together. So I used, this ephemera pack was actually really cool. It came with, all the ephemera pieces. Sorry that I jumped like that, but I get distracted. So it came with all these really cool paper ephemera pieces, but it also came with like these little buttons that you can, definitely incorporate. And these little, I think they're like sequin stars. Let me see. See, they look like this. And I use these little stars in my project as well. It came with 6 of them. I used 3 of them, so I still have 3 left. And then, of course, I used some of the ephemera pieces from the collection. So those were a lot of fun. And I also used one paper straw from the black and white straws that I had picked up at the Target dollar spot. And I'm pretty sure they still have them, or, the Valentine's Day stuff should still be out. They may be sold out, but I really liked these because of the thinner stripes, and that's why I picked these up. And I used one of them for my heart palette, and well, 1.5, because I cut 1 in half and kind of used the little pieces. You won't be able to see it, but I'll show you how I did that. So that's those are the things that I used for my project. And now to move on to my heart palette. And here it is. And I think it turned out really pretty. I absolutely love it. Like I said, the heart palette was just unfinished wood, and I did want a whitewash look, so I just took some white acrylic paint, added a few drops of water to make it, nice and I didn't want it opaque, you know what I mean? I wanted it to be transparent. So what I did then, I just took a brush and painted the whitewash paint on here, and then I also took a damp paper towel, and as I was laying the paint down, I also just kind of wiped it away as well. I really didn't want a stark white look. I did want to be able to see the grain from the wood, and you can see that very clearly. And that's really all that's the look I was going for, like a whitewash look. I did that on the entire thing, the sides and the back too. So, you're not going to be able to see the back because it's going to hang on my wall, but, I'd like to finish the whole thing. So I started off doing that, and then I just picked out a couple of papers from the collection, and I cut them down to size. I knew I wanted to layer a few of them together, and I knew immediately that the focal point of this little heart palette was going to be the swan. I absolutely loved it when I saw it. It's the chipboard piece. And I just loved it, and I thought it would be a great idea to turn it into the little carousel piece, and that's where I used that paper straw. The only thing that I'm kind of upset about is that I I should have laid the straw down first and then put the piece on top, because I really wanted this one to be just a little lower right here, but it's okay. It's not going to bug me that much. It did for a little bit, but I got over it. I'm just really nitpicky like that. But anyway, so I just cut down the pieces of paper, like I said, into the different sizes that I wanted. I laid them on there, and I wanted this one to, of course, be the focal point of the whole thing. So I cut out an oval shape from this pattern paper here, and then I cut out just a larger oval of a different pattern paper that I knew I wanted, behind. But because this pattern was just so busy, I decided to do vellum overlay. And so I just cut another piece of vellum, and I laid that over this piece. So that's why you can see the detail a little bit, but believe me, it was a lot brighter, a lot, like, I don't know, just more harsh, and I didn't like that. I really wanted this to be the focal point, and I didn't want anything to take away from it, and I softened it up just using the vellum. So that's a great tip if you guys ever want to soften, a pattern paper when you're layering them together. It really does help tone it down. And this particular vellum piece, let me show you. It kind of reminds me of clouds. Let me see if I can grab it really quick. I should have had it out already. Okay, so basically, I don't know if you could tell, but you see that? So it's just like a piece of vellum, and it's got, like these little splotches, and they reminded me of clouds, and so I thought that would be just a really fun addition to, the piece. And so, like I said, I just cut another piece here, adhered it to the back of this piece, and in that way it would cover the background piece and not make it so bright. And so it really softened it up, and I really enjoy looking at it because it's just so pretty. And over here, this is actually just a little strip that came on top of the page. You know how they attach them to the paper pad? It was just a little strip, and I thought it was kind of cool because it reminds me of the little marquee lights, so I just kind of have it tucked in behind that paper. And then these flowers are from the ephemera pack, and I just kind of adhered them down here at the bottom. I didn't stick them down all the way. I left all the leaves without any adhesive so that they can, kind of pop up a little bit. I wanted to give them a little bit of dimension without having to use a lot of foam tape. So that's how I did that. And the centers of the flowers have a little shimmer, or, I used, what's it called, a Dimensional Magic by Mod Podge. And I just wanted to give them a little bit, just a little detail, you know what I mean? Not a whole lot, but just a little bit to the centers. And then here is another ephemera piece. This one is the actual merry-go-round ticket. And I kind of wish that I would have tucked it out a little bit so that you could see where it says merry-go-round, and just like, it's like a little ticket. But I just have that tucked behind the swan. And I adhered the swan to the paper straw just using some hot glue, and I did notice that it was going to be a little off balance on both sides because it's a larger piece. So that's where I cut down the other straw and just added the little pieces down there at the bottom to just give them dimension, rather than adding 3 or 4 pieces of foam tape. I thought the straw would work better since this is the same size. So that's all I did there. And like I said, my only regret is that I should have waited to put the swan last. Do you know what I mean? So that way I could have pulled them down just a little bit. I kind of wanted it within the flowers, but like I said, it's no big deal. It only bothers me, I'm sure, but whatever. This is another piece from the ephemera pack, and this is just a ticket, and it says magical, and I just have that popped up on some foam tape just right here in the corner. And then I have, this is where I used the chipboard banner, and I thought that was a really sweet touch. I absolutely love this little banner. And the only thing that I did was use Dimensional Magic on the little pom-poms down at the end. Again, just to give them a little something, you know what I mean? I don't know if you could, there you go, you can kind of see how it's glossy. I just wanted it to give it a little detail, that's all. And then, I hot glued it here and there, and I just used a little bit of foam tape right here in the middle just to balance it out so that it wouldn't, cave in on itself. And that's really it. It came together very fast. The hardest part was just really whitewashing this whole thing, but it just turned out really cute. And then just to finish it off, I used those little sequin stars. I used 3 of them just in the kind of like empty spots to, just fill them. I didn't want to have all that, just empty space. So that was it. I think it turned out really cute, and like I said, it came together rather fast. And I'm glad I was able to use this heart palette finally, because like I said, it's been in my stash for maybe 2 or 3 years literally, and I just never had a chance to use it. So like I said, I'm decluttering, I'm going through my things, I'm trying to find items that I can either, if I'm going to use them, or give them away, or just stash them, or whatever. So I may have some destashes coming up, I'm not sure yet, because I still have a lot of cleaning, and of course I'm still working a lot, so I'll have to wait till I have some time off to take care of that. But that is my project share for today. I hope you like it. This does hang on some jute string, and this came with the heart palette. I may change this up. I think I'm gonna probably buy, there's like this gold and white twine that I think would go really well with this, so I'm probably gonna switch it out for that. But for now, it just has the jute string here. And that's it. So that's my project share. I hope you like it. I think it turned out really pretty, and hopefully I've inspired you to create your own, or you could easily do this with like a heart-shaped box or anything like that, just to decorate it and make it pretty. And it's not necessarily Valentine's Day, because I can definitely have this on my wall year-round. I think it's beautiful, and it's such a great collection by Maggie Holmes. So thank you so much for watching, you guys, and I'll see you real soon. Bye-bye.